In the previous video, I showed you how we can use the built-in function that is called print to just print some basic sentences on the screen. And then we ended up using multiple flavors that allowed us to have in the text quotes and a single quote and so on and so forth. But we also ended up extending the printing of sentences into a little bit more complex operations by adding some math operations. We actually showed a print statement here that's printing the value of adding 2 to 3, and then also subtracting 5 from 7, and multiplying 3 by 5, and dividing 15 by 3. So now I want to show you how you can actually create your own function that can do something also really cool as well. Let me just get rid of these things. We can get a fresh one here. So now if you want to define your own custom function that is not the print statement, then you want to do things with it. Let me show you how we can do that. We are going to use a keyword that's called definition. So def is actually short for the function that you're going to create, and then you give the function a name. And remember that the function that we used earlier called print, but it was reserved for actually the Python built-in one. So now we cannot use this function. We can actually call my underscore print, and then we open and close the parentheses, and we put a colon. And then we are going to borrow this print function, yes, and we're going to say hello from my newly created function. That's all we're gonna do. So I'm gonna save this guy, and let me also do the restart the shell. So here is my shell. I'm gonna go restart the shell like that. So now we have the shell restarted. Now if I actually run this guy here, but after I save like that, is not gonna do anything, but actually it did create this function. This function now can actually be called, can be executed, and I'm gonna prove it to you. So I'm just gonna copy this function here that we just created, and I'm gonna put it here. Just like that, without anything else. And if I push enter or push return on your keyboard, this is what you're gonna see. You're gonna see the inner part of the function that you have just created. Okay, so I'm gonna show you another flavor of this function. Suppose you want to create a function that is going to print or to greet a person by name. Okay, so now you define the function using the definition keyword, the def, and then you give your function a meaningful name. And when you have more than one word, you have to concatenate them using the underscore symbol on your keyboard. And if you press enter here, you are going to say hello, the person that you want to greet. Hello, Sarah, for instance. Okay, so now if I actually to be able to actually focus on this, I'm going to do the same thing that I've done. Comment out the region. Okay, so now I just commented out this part here. Now I want to run this function here. So if I run it like that, is basically asking me to save. Now if I save the definition of the function, the blueprint, okay, now I'm going to execute this function, and this function is always going to tell me hello Sarah. Well, guess what? How would that be useful? If I have a person and I want to greet this person, I want to say hello everyone, hello professor, hello Sarah, hello Josh, hello Rebecca, hello anyone. Okay, so let me show you how we can actually take this function here and we can fix it by adding a new interesting component, which is actually the actual name. So this function is going to take this name here from the outside world, okay, and is going to plug it in here. Oops. Is going to plug it in here as a second component, like exactly the same way we did up here. We plugged in different components. This time here is just a little placeholder that is going to be like a little box, and this box will have a name, and it doesn't matter what that name is. It's going to tell us what that name is. So now I created this function. Okay, now as you can see, I can go to the right hand side and I pass Sarah, and it's gonna say hello Sarah. And if I use the same function like that, Joshua, like that, and this is gonna tell me hello Joshua. And if I add another one, if I want to say hello everyone, so this function is going to greet everyone. And last but not the least, I can say hello professor, and is going to greet the professor. So as you can see now, this is a much more interesting function, because you can give it things from your own selection of names, whoever is going to be your next guest, and then when you call the function, it will greet the person that will be coming into your dorm or come in your apartment, whatever it is. So this is it for today. That's it. Thank you so much.